folks, it's Michael Grubb from Evolve Ministry. Today we're going to be talking about the root chakra. First and foremost, the root chakra, you got to remember, is part of the energetic system. Okay, we have 7 chakras. The root chakra is, just as it is stated, the root. Okay, so it is the most primal of all of the energy systems that is within the human body. Okay, so this is where the reptilian fight/flight mechanism comes from. This is where all of our primal drives come from, whether it be violence or whether it be sexual by nature. And a lot of people don't understand that there really is there's a fine line, there's a hair difference between the two of those. Okay. The root chakra is also known, it shows up as lighting up red, okay? And a lot of people don't understand the nature of color or wavelengths and what those things actually mean, okay? To a lot of people, color is just something that they see or they recognize. Sometimes people can feel color, sometimes people can sense colors, okay? So there is that factor within each and every single color system. Okay, they have their own wavelength, they have their own vibration, they have their own frequency. Okay. Now, red, I believe, exists anywhere between 650 to 730 nanometers. Okay. It is the longest wavelength in the entire spectrum. Okay. Now, the longer the wavelength is, the less energy it has. Okay? So if you can think of things in terms like this will make things easy. If I'm holding my hand this distance, okay, now the amount of power that's going to take, let's just say I'm going about this speed, boom, ba-boom, 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 boom, to get there, right? And we're going to put these all in the same type of speed format, okay? So it's taken me forever. It's a cycle. I'm sitting there just going down and down, oscillating until I get to the very end, of which case, boom, I come all the way back, and boom, I have to keep going back and forth, back and forth. Okay, now let's just shorten something up to, say, purple. Okay, purple is the shortest wavelength within the visible spectrum. Okay, now let's just say that this thing is traveling the exact same speed from here to here. Boom, 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 ding, 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 ding. More power is being created within this short amount of space than there is with this long amount of space. Okay? Because the oscillation is pinging back and forth and going much faster and much quicker, the vibration is higher, naturally. Okay? The lower wavelength makes everything travel slower. It's a slower cycle. It takes a lot longer to get there, to the end of this wavelength. Okay, so once we get to this, the end of it, it has to travel back, and then travel back, and then travel back. Shorter the distance, the quicker things happen. So if I get around here, you can go the same speed, ding, 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 and it's just pinging back and forth. If you've ever played Pong, that should demonstrate something to you right there. The further the paddles are away, the more time that you have to get to it. So when that ball hits, boom, boom, you come up here and you hit it. But the closer the paddles get, the less time that you have in between, okay, to get to it. And then once it hits, it starts going really fast. Why? Because they're closer together. End to end, it's much closer. So there's a whole lot more vibration there. There's a whole lot more oscillation, okay? There's a whole lot more energy given off. Okay, so anything that is within the lower spectrums that have longer wavelengths have a lesser power. Okay, so there are certain energy levels that one would like to ground into, and there's certain energy levels that one would not. If one takes the path of red, and we're just going to say that red is the most primal, the most negative, it's the slowest, most grading path that there is. Mathematically, it is slow, and there's not a lot of energy in it. Okay? You just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going until you reach the end of that wavelength and you come back. It's a very trying wavelength to actually have to be in. So we can take this idea of red and then apply it to negativity, because almost everything out there which is negative or control based is actually colored red. If you look at a stop sign, red. Stop light, red. Yes, there's also yellow and green. But anything used to control, like biohazard, anything that is letting you know that this is a warning, control, that's red. Anytime anyone displays anger, there is even a phrase called "I saw red." Okay, that means I was so angry, okay, that the blood was pushing so fast in my system, so much testosterone and so much adrenaline, okay, because that's primarily what the root chakra will help kick out, okay. So it is all based upon, again, basically survival. The root chakra is the most primal system, so it's not a system that you really want to energize all that much. If I use the lower chakra or the root, it is merely only to try to power the other colors to a higher and stronger frequency. Okay, but I don't use the color red. I actually replace the color red and put purple into my root. Okay, because the thing is everything that I do is more unity and love based. Okay, so I'm not much into the fear scenario. I'm not much into fight or flight. Once you have reached a certain level of consciousness, you know that everything is you and you are everything. You're within everything and everything is within you, literally. So you are a part of every last little thing. Does that make you God? No. It certainly does not. It just means that you are interwoven and interconnected into the fabric of space and time. So, one has to be very careful in understanding that when they're dealing with the energetic system, because there's a lot of religions that teach a lot of different things when it comes to this, but you've got to know that primarily the root chakra and everything that is based around is of the most primal. Okay, so that's the reason why balance is needed for the entire chakra system. Now, like I said, one can actually use certain forms of overlap, okay? One can take the purple of the crown and replace it, okay? Or not replace the crown, but replace the root with the purple of the crown chakra, okay? And soon we're going to go through all the chakra systems and everything and explain what they do and what is behind it. But in particular, I want you to understand that the root chakra is, at the base, at the root, the most primal system, energetic system, which exists in the human body. Therefore, it's important to understand that you must be able to regulate and control mind, okay? That's what self-mastery is all about, is learning to control mind, body, and spirit. And you're learning self-control. You're not learning to control the elements. You're not learning to control the environment. The more self-control that you have, the more it will reflect in your external environments. So that's the most important thing to remember, is you're not trying to control this stuff. This stuff will just naturally go along with you once the self-control factor has been established. It is within you, and then it shows itself outwardly. Okay? And then depending on your level of connection is the experience or the level of experience that you will have. So, eternal love to all, and remember what the root chakra is.